Hi, everybody. My name is Denise Martino, and today I'm going to be talking to you about rewards, recognitions, and other incentives. Now, for me, this all begins with your team culture, and team culture really is the tone that you set as a leader that trickles down to your organization. So, what I do in terms of, or what I've done in terms of setting my team culture is that I've really made it a point to ensure that my team is connected to each other as much as possible. So just various ways that I've been able to do that throughout maybe the past year or so is that, we've had events together, social events with our families involved. We've had barbecues that we've held. Recently, I threw a party for my team, being that we reached a huge milestone within our business, which is that we became a 2015 elite team. So I threw them an amazing party where they had the opportunity to bond and really connect. I've put them in chats and set some of them up as accountability partners. So those are just a few ways that I've been able to kind of create that team culture, which to me is really, really important and it really goes hand in hand with this particular topic. So I'm going to talk about the various ways that you can recognize your team, because as you all know, a lot of us really appreciate recognition from whether it's from our loved one or whether it's from our upline. It's to me, it just shows that your efforts are being recognized. If you're doing something new for the first time, maybe something that you were really scared to do, maybe you achieved, a particular rank or milestone for the first time ever. I think it's so, so important to recognize our team for that. And I know that all of us love recognition in some form or another. So, some of the ways that I've been able to recognize my team is well, of course, a lot of us do this, is that we recognize new coaches. So creating a really nice collage and welcoming them to your upline coach page, which is Team Eagle. And then if you happen to have your own coach page, that is a wonderful way to kind of introduce. I like to always have a picture and like have them kind of share a little bit about themselves on our team page. I also like to connect them pretty quickly with another coach, kind of as an accountability partner. So that's one of the ways that I love to welcome brand new coaches, and I know that a lot of us do that here. Another way, or another reason that you can recognize is for any kind of excellence. So, like, let's just say, for example, maybe they created a really cool post that got them a lot of attention, or maybe in the past week, they've signed up 3 or 4 people and kind of a record number of people. So anything that you feel stands out, I really like to highlight my coach's strengths in as much as I possibly can. A lot of times it's just through our one-on-one calls. I mean, that's definitely a form of recognition if you're just, pointing out that they did something really well, whether it's through you're on your team call or whether it's through a one-on-one call. I do like to highlight their strengths. Part of that is that I do, often ask them if they can maybe speak on our team call and share something that they did really, really well. If it was a particular post, if maybe they have high numbers on Instagram or Success Club, I try my best to really highlight that and definitely see that as a form of recognition when they are then able to kind of share with the rest of the team how they were able to achieve that. A physical transformation, if a particular coach has completed a program and they've gotten a great transformation. I actually love to highlight my coaches on Transformation Tuesday as much as I possibly can with like a little bio, and that to me is a way of kind of saying, hey, you did a great job. Some coaches give out gifts. I mean, that's going to be up to you. I also like to recognize if somebody does a first, like if they put their first video ever, or they went live for the first time ever. Maybe they were nervous about it. Maybe they create a coach that created a video for a clean eating group or for our challenge group. Definitely would love to recognize like, hey, you did a great job. Rank advancements, of course. I mean, that this is a huge deal for us, is rank advancements. And I definitely love to recognize. I give out gifts, and I love to create and shout them out on their page, on the public wall, on Instagram. I shout them out wherever I possibly can, because it is a huge accomplishment. Any rank that they've been able to advance their business, it's huge. So definitely, I know that we do a lot of that, and we love it. So another way that you can recognize your team is if you see that they're cycling really high. I know that we do it as a team when we recognize, like on Team Eagle, we recognize on a weekly call, but you can also do that on an individual basis or on your team page. It's just recognizing a particular coach that maybe had a really good week or past 2 weeks and they had been cycling really high. Also for like their first highest check ever. I know that a lot of us don't like talking about income. I'm kind of one of those, but I think that's a huge accomplishment. And more recently, I've definitely been asking my coaches, like, hey, like, what did your last check look like? I noticed that you've been cycling, you cycled really, really high. And so it's definitely a great way to maybe recognize them on your team page, even if you want to do it there or on their public wall. Maybe you can kind of help them create a post and recognize them for having their highest check ever with Beachbody. If they've hosted any events, I know I've had many coaches that have hosted either shake and shares or fit clubs, and I love those. I definitely love to highlight that and put it on my wall and congratulate them for having a great shake and share, or running their first fit club maybe out of their yard. That's a huge accomplishment. Any way that you can point out anything that they're doing, that's going to help them kind of boost them and build their confidence. Team calls, I mean, is a great way to shout out your people. I know that I have weekly and bi-weekly team calls, and also with my diamonds. It's definitely a great way to just kind of shout them out, give them like a little extra acknowledgement. I do like to give out gifts for Success Club points. And it can be anything. I mean, I know that we should kind of limit it to under $25. On some occasions, I've given out like, a gift certificate to like a spa. It just depends. But for Success Club trips, for rank advancements, definitely giving out gifts. You can go to particular sites like cafepress.com, and they have gifts for under $20, $25. So it's just a great, kind of little incentive. Or maybe you can kind of send them a card. I mean, it's just going to be depending on you and your team culture and what they like. I know that some teams, like huge celebration, and then you have some teams that are that they're good with just acknowledging them on your team wall or sending them a little gift card, or however you need to do that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, if you all I would love to hear kind of ways that you maybe have thought about recognizing your team, or if you've had in the past. Again, like my biggest thing is I really love to work with their strengths and point that out on a day-to-day basis. So to me, recognitions isn't just like, once a month, twice a month, or for rank advancements. I really try my best to every day, if I see something that a particular coach is doing, I try to boost their confidence on a day-to-day basis. And I really love the idea of having them then kind of teach and show some of my other coaches on the team, what they've been doing, what has brought them success, whether it's a particular post, whether it's reaching Success Club every month, whether it's increasing their team cycle bonus, or whatever that may be. I really love the idea of highlighting those coaches on your team, and then asking them and kind of giving them that, building them up so that they can then share what they're doing with some of the others on your team. That also really creates kind of a sense of connection and family. I really love the idea of us feeling like we're family and that we're really in this together as a team. And I've been very blessed that I've been able to do that with my downline. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I welcome any comments, and keep rocking the push. Good night, y'all.